Dandelions are probably taking over some corner of your yard right now, and most gardeners spend their weekends trying to get rid of them. But those same weeds are secretly one of the most mineral-rich plants growing in your garden, and with one common pantry ingredient, you can unlock everything packed inside them in just 48 hours. This video is going to show you exactly how to turn a handful of backyard dandelions and a bottle of raw apple cider vinegar into a potent liquid fertilizer that your tomatoes, peppers, and leafy greens will absolutely thrive on. Here is the full picture of what this tutorial delivers, stated plainly. You are going from a pile of dandelions most people throw into a trash bag and a pantry bottle of raw apple cider vinegar, to a jar of potassium-rich, calcium-loaded, enzyme-active liquid fertilizer, in exactly 48 hours, for free. By the time this video ends, you will have the complete step-by-step process to make your first batch today, the exact dilution ratios to apply it without burning your plants, and a clear picture of the results you can expect to see within the first week of use. This is practical, zero-cost organic gardening that works in real backyards on real schedules. Most gardeners never realize that dandelions are among the most nutrient-dense plants growing in their yard. Their deep taproots, which can reach 10 to 15 inches down into the subsoil, act like biological pumps, drawing up potassium, calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc from layers of earth that shallow-rooted vegetables can never access on their own. Every part of the plant stores those minerals, from the root all the way up through the stem, leaves, and flowers. When you use the whole plant together in this recipe, you are capturing that full mineral load in a single batch, minerals your garden beds have been waiting for all season. Plain water would take weeks to draw meaningful amounts of minerals out of dandelion plant tissue, but raw apple cider vinegar does it in 48 hours. The natural acetic acid in the vinegar breaks down the cell walls of the dandelion leaves, stems, and roots quickly and efficiently, releasing the stored minerals directly into the liquid around them. Raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, the kind labeled "with the mother," also contains live beneficial bacteria and active enzymes that survive the extraction process and go directly into your soil when you apply this fertilizer to your garden beds. Regular distilled white vinegar lacks those live cultures entirely and will not give you the same result, so the raw, unfiltered version is the only one that works for this recipe. The supply list for this recipe is short enough to memorize in a single read, which is part of what makes it so practical for a busy gardening schedule. You will need a quart-size glass mason jar with a loose-fitting lid, 2 to 3 cups of freshly gathered whole dandelion plants including the roots, 1 cup of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, and enough filtered water or collected rainwater to fill the jar the rest of the way. A kitchen knife, a cutting board, and a fine mesh strainer, or a double layer of cheesecloth for straining at the end, are the only tools required. Avoid using heavily chlorinated tap water if possible, as chlorine can interfere with the beneficial bacterial activity that comes from the vinegar's live mother culture. Head out to your yard or garden area and gather dandelions by pulling them from the root, working to get as much of the long taproot intact as possible. The root holds a significant share of the mineral content you are trying to capture in this recipe. Aim for enough plants to fill your quart jar loosely once they are chopped, which typically means 10 to 15 medium-sized plants, depending on how large and mature they are. Rinse them quickly under cool water to remove any loose soil from the roots, shake off the excess moisture, and lay them out on your cutting board. Chop the plants into 2 to 3 inch pieces and press firmly with your knife as you cut, bruising the stems and roots slightly. That bruising opens up the plant tissue and gives the vinegar faster direct access to the minerals stored inside. Take your chopped dandelion pieces and pack them firmly down into the quart mason jar, using the back of a large wooden spoon or clean fingertips to compress the plant material as tightly as possible, pushing it all the way to the bottom and eliminating as much airspace as you can before you add the liquid. The goal here is maximum surface contact. The more tightly the plant material is packed together, the more of it is in direct contact with the vinegar solution, and the more complete and efficient your mineral extraction will be during the 48-hour window. Aim to fill the jar roughly 3/4 full with firmly packed plant material, leaving the upper quarter of the jar empty for the liquid you are about to add. Do not worry about being too rough with the plant material at this stage. The more you bruise and compress it, the better your result. Pour 1 full cup of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar directly over the packed dandelion material, pouring slowly to allow the vinegar to begin saturating the layers of plant material immediately rather than pooling on top. Then top the jar all the way up with filtered water or rainwater, filling it to within half an inch of the rim so that every piece of dandelion is completely submerged with nothing exposed to air above the liquid line. Give the contents a slow stir with a long spoon or a clean chopstick to release any trapped air bubbles, and make sure the plant material is fully saturated throughout. You will notice the water taking on a soft golden-green tint almost immediately as the vinegar begins drawing pigments and water-soluble minerals out of the plant tissue. That color change is the process starting to work. Screw the lid onto the mason jar just hand-tight, snug enough to keep debris out, but not fully sealed, to allow any minor off-gassing from the active fermentation process to escape without pressure building up inside the jar. Place it in a cool, dark location. A pantry shelf, a kitchen cabinet, or a shaded corner of the garage all work equally well for this step. Do not shake it, stir it, or move it around during the 48-hour period. Leave it completely undisturbed and let the acetic acid and the live cultures work steadily through the plant material on their own timeline. If you notice a light foam or small bubbles forming on the surface after the first 24 hours, that is a completely healthy sign that the fermentation is active and the extraction is progressing right on schedule. Real quick before we get to the results. If this kind of step-by-step, zero-cost organic gardening content is working for you, do me one small favor right now and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. New tutorials just like this one come out every single week, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. After the full 48 hours, pull your jar out and look at what the process has created. The liquid will have transformed from its original pale golden green to a rich, deep amber gold color, and the earthy, tangy aroma when you open the jar tells you the extraction has completed its job. Set a fine mesh strainer or a double layer of cheesecloth over a clean bowl or a second mason jar, and slowly pour the entire contents through to separate the spent plant solids from your finished liquid concentrate. Press the plant solids firmly with the back of a spoon to squeeze out every last drop of mineral-rich liquid trapped in the compressed plant material. The leftover spent dandelion pieces go directly into your compost bin. They still contribute organic matter and trace residual nutrients to the pile, so nothing is wasted. Do not apply this liquid straight from the jar. It is a concentrated extract and it will stress or burn your plants if used at full strength. For a soil drench, dilute 1 tablespoon of your finished liquid per 1 full gallon of water, then apply it directly at the base of each plant and water it in slowly, so the solution reaches deep into the root zone where it does its best work. For a foliar spray applied directly to the leaves, use 1 teaspoon per gallon of water, and apply either in the early morning or late evening, never at midday, when the sun is strong enough to scorch wet leaf surfaces. Stick to a schedule of once every 2 weeks during the active growing season, and target plants that are moving into their flowering and fruiting stages for the most noticeable and measurable results. This blend is particularly well matched to fruiting vegetables because of its high potassium content, which directly supports flower production, fruit set, and strong root development below the soil surface. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, and bush beans all respond exceptionally well to regular bi-weekly feeding with this liquid during their active growing season. The slight residual acidity from the apple cider vinegar also makes this a solid choice for naturally acid-loving plants like blueberries, strawberries, and most culinary herbs such as basil and thyme. Hold off on using it for brassica crops like cabbage, broccoli, and kale, which prefer a more neutral to slightly alkaline soil pH, and always apply a lighter drench rather than a heavy soak when feeding newly transplanted seedlings that have not yet fully established their root systems. Within 7 to 10 days of your first application, the most visible early result will be a noticeably deeper and richer green coloring in your plant's leaves, a direct indicator that the iron and magnesium are being absorbed and doing their job at the cellular level. Fruiting plants like tomatoes and peppers tend to set more flowers and drop fewer blossoms in the 2 to 4 weeks following their first feeding, which translates directly into more fruit per plant by the end of the season. After 4 to 6 weeks of consistent bi-weekly applications, you can expect noticeably stronger stems, improved natural resilience against heat stress and common garden diseases, and more abundant harvests from the same amount of garden space you are already working with. Here is the quick recap of everything you just learned. You gathered fresh whole dandelion plants, roots, stems, leaves, and flowers, because those deep-rooted weeds are loaded with potassium, calcium, iron, and magnesium that your garden needs most. You packed them tightly into a mason jar, poured in 1 cup of raw apple cider vinegar with the mother, topped it off with filtered water, and set it aside for 48 hours while the acetic acid extracted every mineral from that plant tissue into the liquid. After straining, you have a concentrate you dilute, 1 tablespoon per gallon for a soil drench, 1 teaspoon per gallon for a foliar spray, applied every 2 weeks during the active growing season. This is real, effective, zero-cost organic fertilizing, made from a weed that most people are already pulling out of their yard every weekend. If this video gave you one idea you are going to try in your garden this week, go ahead and give it a thumbs up right now. It only takes a second, and it helps this channel reach more organic gardeners who are looking for exactly this kind of practical, chemical-free content. Hit subscribe if you are not on the list yet, because we have a full schedule of zero-cost, step-by-step organic gardening tutorials coming every single week. And drop a comment below. I want to hear from you. Are dandelions a problem in your yard right now, or have you already been finding ways to put them to work? Leave your answer down below, and let's talk gardening.